Hello everyone, and welcome to the RNG University. On tonight's episode, Esper Legends. So as we move away from the Phyrexia All Will Be One and move on to Mom, I want to try some of the decks that I have a little bit of success with and some of the decks that I find fun playing. Instead of sticking to some, random rules that I come up with at the beginning of the week, I'm just going to play some fun decks that I like. And this deck that I really like is the Esper Legends deck. It's actually really wonky if you look at the deck list itself. So everyone knows it's very good to go turn 1 Skrelv, turn 2 Thalia, basically locks all your opponent, and if you get turn 3 Rafine, no one really comes back from that kind of play. And if you go turn 4 Shieldred, well, now you're just not even playing Magic, you're just punishing your opponent. And that's what this deck does. So we have turn 1 4 Skrelvs. We want to be able to turn 1 Skrelv almost every time. And we go to turn 2 Thalia, a Guardian Thraben, right? Thalia attacks our opponent's non-creature spell, basically making it very difficult for them to remove any of our board. And then we have also 3 go for the throw. In case our opponent's doing the same thing, we got to be able to kill their Thalia. And then we have 1 Raven Man. This is a good synergy card against mirror matches, and we all know how much Arena loves putting us in mirror matches. Whenever they discard, we get a bird, right? They can't block, but this bird can attack, and this bird can really trigger Rafine, right? So that's very important. So that's why Raven Man, one-off, but good one-off. We also have 2 Dennick, Pious Apprentice, which is a 2/3 lifelinker, but we also have 2 Harbin, Vanguard Visor, which is a 3/2 flyer. Now, I think it's debatable whether you should have 4 Dennick and no Harbin, or have it in a 2/2, or having it a 3/1. The biggest reason why having a 2/2 is because I don't have any more Dennick. I don't want to craft any because Innistrad going to rotate out soon. So, it's 2/2 right now because that's my deck list. Feel free to run 4 Dennick if you feel like there's a lot of burn and you much rather have that life gain alternative, right? That's a good idea. Now, I do have a lot of success when I play Harbin because everyone thinks Harbin is this soldier that requires you to have 5 other soldiers to attack, so that, or 4 other soldiers along with Harbin to attack, so they can be all flying and it's a good alpha strike. But really, it's a 3/2 flyer that you can beat your opponent in the head with by himself. It's not that bad if you are tempo aggressive. Right? And then we have 1 Ludwig as another 2 cast that basically can transform into anything we want. We can transform him into a Rafine if we want. We can transform him into Shieldred that we want, assuming that it's in the graveyard. So it's something, right? It's not nothing, and it's definitely something that we can kind of catch our opponent off guard with when we need it to be. Then we have 4 Wedding Announcement. This is something that I saw in one of the YouTube videos about one of the top tier plays. And they said that Wedding Announcement is just amazing counter to Invoke Despair. If your opponent's playing Invoke Despair, just make sure you land a Wedding Announcement before that might go off. And Wedding Announcement basically eats 2/3 of that in 1 card. And if you are able to land a Wedding Announcement turn 3 before their turn 5 Invoke, you might even get another 1/1 out of it. So it eats 2/3 of an Invoke. It's not that scary. And also you get 1/1s that you can trigger off other spells. So it's not that bad. And I think Wedding Announcement is amazing. Then we have 3 Adeline. Can't fit any more Adeline, but Adeline definitely is our attacker of choice because she's Vigilance, so she cannot get Wandering Emperor, and she gives us more creature to help us trigger off the actual attacker, Rafine. Right? Rafine is what we need for all of our card draws. You got a hard mulligan for Rafine in your hand. He is an amazing card. Whenever you attacks, all of your other creatures, whenever you attack, right? All of your other attacking creatures help trigger a connive on one of your creatures. Any one creature, not just Rafine. So you can pump an Adeline to a huge one if your opponent's a burn deck, or if you pump it into Dennick if your opponent's trying to aggro you down, or you can pump it into a Shieldred if your opponent really wants to remove Shieldred if they're control, or you can pump it into a Thalia so they can't kill Thalia, and now Thalia's stacking all of their spells, right? There's a lot of things you can do with Rafine that also helps fix your hand if your hand's full of discard spells. If your hand's full of spells that you want to discard. And then we have Shieldred, the only 4-drop in the deck, right? This is the end of our curve. And Shieldred is there just to scare our opponent. With Rafine, really they can't kill us anymore. We draw so many cards, we gain too much life, and then every turn is a clock on them even when we don't attack. Now imagine when we do attack, they're going to be dead soon. So that is kind of the whole deck list. Now, what is really wild about the land base of the deck is all these channel lands. We got 3 Gonjos, 1 playing, 3 Otawara, 2 Takenuma, right? Not counting the playing. All these are channel lands. We're not going to play all those lands as lands. A lot of times they're just uncounterable spells, right? All these are legendaries, so that our Ganjo is a 1 mana deal 4. That's crazy. Our Otawara is a 1 mana bounce. Our Takenuma is a 1 mana return a creature from graveyard to your hand. All of which are pretty good abilities. This is probably the weakest one, but we have a lot of high impact creatures that we would like to return. Then we have the dual color lands in Adarkar Wastes, or 2 Adarkar Wastes, 1 Seachrome Coast, 4 Caves of Koilos, 3 Shattered Sanctum, 4 Dark Slick Shore, 1 Shipwreck Marsh, and very importantly, 4 Plaza of Heroes. We need this card to protect our creatures from borkling. Let's say that we have an Adeline. We build all the way up, right? If our opponent board wipes, we're screwed. So we can have a Plaza of Heroes open with 3 other lands to protect Adeline, and if nothing happens, then we'll cycle one of these channel lands for other abilities at the end of their turn, right? We don't have any instance other than the channel lands and go for the throw. So we have to make sure that interactions are there that our opponent don't expect very easily. So that is the whole deck list. I think it's a very strong deck. Of course, in best of ones, it's a lot harder to tech against our specific opponents, but it is a fun deck to play. And this is something that I play a lot of, so I know exactly how strong it is, exactly how fun it is, and exactly how often I lose because I don't go first. Alright, so let's play it out and see what happens. Alright, well, our first opponent is Lando. Calrissian? Alright, we're gonna go first. No Skrelv, but we have Thalia. I'm gonna keep. Good enough first. Coast. Swamp. Alright, good luck. Thalia. If they have cut down into cut down, we can go over that. I think that's the only thing. Cut down? Okay. That's the first cut down. Got Rafine. Okay, Liliana's gonna make me sack.
I'll have this fight finished before brunch. Off you go.
So we will Rafine to Skrelv. Yeah, if we had turn 1 Skrelv out, this game would have been over already. And that's what I'm saying about how good this deck is. Now, of course, our opponent still has a very good chance because of the way the hand's shaped out. That's unfortunate, but that deck is pretty good against what we're doing. Shieldred, alright, that's fine. He's not using the Liliana. That's surprising. Alright, we're gonna have to take a lot of damage, but something we have to do. Alright, so we'll pitch this so that we can play both. We'll kill the Liliana. He probably has another one. That's why he didn't want to play it.
I'm not interested.
This is gonna come into play tapped. He might invoke, right? Would it be better if I play the Thalia, or would it be better if I play Adeline? If I play Adeline, turn 4 invoke will get me. So I will play Thalia, and then I will hold up a white to activate Skrelv if I need to. I'm going to take a lot of damage this turn, and a lot of damage next turn. How do I win? Because all the cards I draw will burn me to death, and the Shieldred is very big. Infernal Grasp, okay. Okay, 1 white. Make this pro black. I don't know why you did that. Good job. Do I want to block with Thalia? It doesn't have a 5th land, right? So I could block with Thalia, so I don't take 4. My Thalia dies. I don't like to, but I'm at 14. It's kind of scary. Oh, there's 2 wedding announcements. So we will make this a big Rafine. Yep. Take a lot of damage that I don't want to take, but I have to. Let's see if he plays anything or he just attacks. He doesn't play anything. So I have to do it right now. Get it back in his hand. Or I can block with... blocking with Adeline is not good. He's gonna play it again. That is not a good draw. Okay, I can only attack with 2 creatures. So that Rafine doesn't... I can only attack with 1 creature because Adeline... Ooh, okay. So if I attack with Adeline... That's just 1 draw, right? No, I still lose. Okay, bye-bye. Yeah, we did not draw a removal. It's unfortunate, and our opponent landed Shieldred on us too quick. With all of their removal, so... The only way we could have won that game is if we had Skrelv turn 1, or if any of those draw was one of our go for the throw, which we wasn't. And, you know, like I said, I've played this deck enough times to know how easy it is to win and how easy it is to lose. Scoop Phase. That's a fun name you have. We don't go first, and we have 3 drops only, so that's a terrible hand to keep. We do go first, and we have 2 Skrelv. I don't know if it's right to put back a Skrelv, but I'm gonna do it. Boros. Interesting. A lot of times I would not play the Otawara because it is a channel land. I might want to use it for its ability. But in situations like this, where I need to... Okay, never mind. Darkslick Shores it is. I could play a Dennick. Or do I want to play a Raven? Why would I want to play a Raven then? Dennick is Dennick. Alright, let's see if he knows what he's doing. This is a weird 3-color deck already. Loren. Huh. It's gonna pop my Skrelv. Do I want to do this? I don't want to do this, because his Blood Tide Harvester can't even do anything. So, yeah. Okay, he doesn't do anything, so we will play our wedding announcement. This is a weird combo our opponent's doing. Blue, white, black, and red. That's 4 colors already. Everything but green. And they have a basic mountain in their deck. I'm so confused. Well, I could Ravenman and hold up the Otawara. But I think it might be better. Would they have any field cleans? I don't think so. Would they have any counter spells? Against my wedding announcement? If I attack with Dennick. Alright, let me just attack with Dennick. That's an awkward block. Well, now it takes it takes 1 because my plaza doesn't have white anymore. That was a weird choice. He let it out, so maybe he has a 4 white. Yeah, the Loren of the 3rd path is a weird card to include. If he doesn't tap out, I'm really hesitant on playing Shieldred into a potential counterspell. But I don't know what this deck is doing, because all that he shows so far is Blood Tide Harvester and Loran. And then he chooses Vampire. Corpse Appraiser, of course. Gonna exile my Dennick. So he's Grixis with white. Huh? And And he put back, or throw away a Fable and a land. Definitely is confusing. I can draw 2 cards. Do I want to draw 2 cards? Do I want a wide board? Oh, if I'm going to attack with 2, I might as well attack with 3, right? It's a free block. So it's a vampire deck. But he does not have... He still has a removal chance to kill my Shieldred. I can't really protect the Shieldred this way, so... Let's put on a Thalia, see if he removes that somehow. He has a removal, or no, he has a Bloodstone. So I don't really know what he has as priority. But this does pump all my board a little bit up. Alright, now we have a Rafing and a land. So he's gonna have Olivia? Ale. Okay. He has Ale in that deck. I can make him discard a card. I don't know what would this be any good? Do I want to put out shield for the shield? Shieldred or go for the throw? I need to pump this for 1 so the Ale doesn't kill it for free. And Shieldred's really good, but so is go for the throw, right? This is a hard choice to make. Probably Shieldred. I'm pretty high on life right now. This also scares our opponent into thinking we might have more stuff than what we have. You get a bird. You get another 1/1. That's a 3/3 now. He didn't block with the Ale, so... What does he have? Burn down the house? Doesn't really take out Rafine. Takes out his Ale. That could be a play, to be fair. Go for the throw. That costs 3, okay. Now he can't burn down the house. Destroy evil. Pay the extra 1. I'll go for his throw. Get to choose whichever. How scary is this board? I'm so confused. There's a bunch of white spells that are usually pretty good in a white control deck, and then there's some Grixis cards. That's really greedy. And he chooses Vampire. Okay, he only gets 1 Corpse Appraiser out. Exiles a Shieldred, gets a card. Alright, well... I can use this to make him discard a card. Make this appear. So he does have counterspells in his deck. Does he want to block his whole... Okay, there goes his whole board. So he probably has a removal, right? I'm going to play Dennick anyways, because it's going to be a 4/5. And if he has a burn down the house, I can bring Dennick back. Another Ale. Pretty scary. Top decking lands right now isn't going to help. Do I want to make him discard a card? Let's go for the attack first. Right? So, I don't think you want to block a 3 if my Ravenman... I don't want a Ravenman to attack. Because I want to use him to discard. Yeah, it's strictly wrong to block a bird there. So it's down to 3. He doesn't gain any life from that. I can make him discard a card so I can get another bird. Their land. Does he have like a copy the AO ability? I'm confused with this deck entirely. I don't know what's going on. And they quit. Okay. I commend them for using a janky deck, but that was just... It looked like an AI bot built that deck. Like, we had a very bad draw in the early game. That's why we had to stay that long. But I really don't know what that deck was doing. Next opponent's Plucky. We're gonna go first. No turn 1 Thalia, or turn 1 Skrelv, but we get Thalia into something. So I'm gonna keep. Let's play a Coast. Depending on what land this is, I can decide on whether it's Skrelv, or whether it's Dennick or Thalia. So, Crawling Chorus, which means that I should have a Dennick out. I do want to have Thalia out, but I think it's better to have the wedding announcement earlier. This comes a double striker, I guess. There it is. So we will play the wedding announcement. And I think our opponent is the beatdown. If I attack, I don't think he's gonna block. Right? And I have a 1/1 that he probably can remove to get me on toxic turns. But let's go to the beatdown route anyways, because we have more wedding announcements and it's probably better to force the issue. He's gonna pump this with the attacker. Oh, that's interesting. Well, it's not like it's trampled. I don't know why this attacked. Give me on 1 toxic? He needs to give me on 10 toxic. Alright, so it makes sense to start it off. Okay, so if I play Thalia, that effectively taxes their next turn to do nothing but protect the Jawbone. Okay, so now they have to protect the Jawbone when it fights Thalia. Right, that's the idea. So the Dennick, I'll hold back. I don't know why I attacked last turn then, because it looks weird. But since they didn't play anything, that means I have to switch up the game style a little bit. And the wedding announcement's really gonna even out. Just the 1/1. I'm gonna block it, declare 1 blocker. Does he have anything else he wants to do? If he doesn't, I will Agonjo it, and he will probably do something. Just trade 1 for 1. Safety. Yeah, that's fine. You don't do anything to me, I don't do anything to you. Adeline is a good card. Alright, now my Dennick can attack. He can block with the Crawling Chorus. I have 3 legendaries, so Ottawa is free. Maybe he has something to remove the wedding announcement. Both Seiju. Right, you don't have lands. I have one basic play, right? So, basic check, but worked out. And turn. Venerator Rock Priest. Costs 2 to target, so it's not as scary, but still kind of scary. He has to attack. Let's block with Adeline, see what he can do. Costs 2 to protect it, right? So yeah. Let's see what he does. Tyvar Stand. Get that back to your hand. Anything else you want to do? That's right. Get out of here, you. Ha. I know we're both aggro, but my aggro's better than your aggro. Okay, let's try another game. We have a little bit of time, and these games should be fast if our opponent is not roping us every turn. We're gonna go first with Skrelv turn 1, so there's no way I'm not doing that. No Thalia turn 2, so it's a little bit of a heartache. And no Rafine turn 3 either, but, you know, this is as good of a hand as I'll ever get. Can't have the dream every time. Can have the Harbin. I'm protecting the Harbin. This is Mardu. Interesting. Opponent Seahoff. Okay, so I guess with one black, he's probably gonna cut this down, right? So do I want to take 2 life just so that he can? No, I can't protect it anyways because he'll do it in response. Go for the Adeline. He can't do it in response, which means I get a free 1/1. Good luck. All I need is another land for Shieldred. Destroy evil. Oh no, my Adeline. Well, there's another land, so let's do it. Shieldred time. Should have attacked first, but they only had 1 land and it didn't matter too much. Is there Brotherhood's War? Brotherhood's End? Wedding announcement. Not good enough, I would say. The wedding announcement is probably just gonna eat the attack from Shieldred. Yeah. That's why I also attack with the 1/1. It won't trade. And do I want to play Dennick or I want to hold up my Plaza? It's better to hold up a Plaza right now. Yep. No way to stop that. This is the 1-2-3 that I was talking about. If we get to go first, even without the perfect 1-2-3, some version of a 1-2-3 will inevitably stomp our opponent. Alright, let's look at the deck list again. Like I said, this is a very, very strong deck. I've had a lot of success with it. Not that it shows up on camera every time, but I would say this is probably one of the strongest deck in the meta. Right? A lot of people think it's soldiers, a lot of people think it's mono red. I think it's this. I think it's Esper Legends just because turn 1 Skrelv into turn 2 Thalia is almost unstoppable. Turn 1 Skrelv into turn 2 Thalia into turn 3 Rafine is, I would say, just unstoppable. I don't think there's any combination of cards that you can have that stops that kind of combo. I know it's kind of a dream scenario, but it happens a lot more often than you would believe. And I think the Shuffler does incentivize this deck. Turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, turn 4. Oh, that's even against a really, really aggressive burn. Even if you went second, that's still an unstoppable combo. Because once you land Shieldred and Rafine's attacking with 2 other creatures, you're getting 4 life that turn, that's game over. That's it. that's the end of that game against any aggressive opponent. And you saw if our opponent was doing any sort of control, well, we have a lot of tempo to burn them out, especially with Wedding Announcement. We keep the board presence. And if our opponent's doing poison, well, that's a little bit too slow because our board is aggressive and it will stomp them out with just an Adeline sticking to the board. So yeah, this whole deck is very strong. And it also plays on the fact that we can get a Gonjo to cost 1, we can get Autowire to cost 1, so it's removal in a way that they don't expect because we have Thalia out, right? So they don't expect us to have spells, but boom, channel lands. Go over Thalia and still able to interact with them. So that's why this deck is very strong. I love this deck. I think it's extremely strong, and I think it's even stronger in best of 3 rather than best of 1, because once you can sideboard, oh, there is no stopping it. It's probably the best deck in best of 3 in the current meta. That's all I got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you guys next time.